Match day tonight at St James's Park. Over the next couple of weeks, our football club has the opportunity of breaking records. And when I mean records, stuff that in my lifetime I've never seen. Of course, when we look towards cup competitions, Newcastle are trying to win their first domestic major honour in 70 years. But just going into the league and going into this season, tonight against Wolves, not only does Alexander Isak have the opportunity of scoring 8 Premier League matches in a row, of course, potentially breaking the record of Jamie Vardy if he scores over the next 5 games, but Newcastle tonight has the opportunity of winning 9 matches in a row. We are the most informed team at the minute in English football, and I can't remember the last time Newcastle's won 9 matches in a row while playing in the Premier League. Definitely not my lifetime, I like to say, but Wolves is also a team this season that has broken records. Unfortunately for them, records of how bad they've been, because I can't believe how bad they've actually been. Their team I worry for quite a lot. If you want my personal opinion now, I do think they're going to go down this season, but for them to get results you might not expect, and that begins tonight against a Newcastle team that's in form. But we aren't invincible. If a team comes to St James's Park, come on mate, if a team comes to St James's Park without any fear, if they're able to get the Newcastle hell out, you right? If a team can do that, then anyone can win at St James's Park on a given day. But our record is unbelievable for a reason. I'm confident tonight. I feel like Bournemouth is the game on Saturday which we need to do well in. If we can beat Bournemouth on Saturday, that's the team that's just below us in the league table. The gap between the big 6 and any team below them will widen quite a bit. So I feel like that match is huge tonight. Again, it's a similar feeling to the Bromley game where we just need to get it over and done with, just win the game. I'm not necessarily going to nitpick into performances tonight. I just want to see 3 points. Bournemouth is the game on Saturday where our mentality changes on that, and I expect Newcastle to play well and drop a good performance. But tonight, it is just about winning the match. I don't care how we do it. Let's get past Wolves, let's get the job done, and let's make sure we can maintain this unbelievable form at the minute. You wouldn't have believed this 2 months ago, but we're doing it. 9 wins in a row if we get it tonight. Come on, you mags. That's a horrible goal. Like, it might even go down as an own goal, but it's deflected and found its way in. And if that is our goal, that is an Isak 8th goal in a row. Needed a bit of luck to get that one in, but I can't say it's not deserved. We've had about 10 chances to score. Keep an eye on the referee. I don't know what they could have looked at there. Chance of the whole. It's been the game of deflections for Newcastle, but we managed to score one of them. We've always had chances, didn't score theirs, but it's just been a heavily dominant half of Newcastle, I can't lie. 2-0, it is that man again. Just how many goals will he score this season? It was a phenomenal ball. Who played that? It might be, I don't know who played the ball there, but that was maybe a 10 out of 10 pass. Him again. Could he get his second hat-trick this season? He's certainly on for it. And I'm watching the replay. Let's see who played the ball. Was that a Bruno pass? I mean, onside there. That is a world-class pass there. Isak, and it was Gordon with the goals. And it looks like both of them are just about to be subbed off. Outrageously good again for us. Isak's onside, it's a clean goal.
Number 10, Anthony Gordon.
This is some checkminder. Oh, it took a while to check. That must have been tighter than I thought, but I was convinced he was on. The Wolves have got one back there. No clean sheet this time for the Bradford, and about the 10 of them that are up there are celebrating that. But switched up Newcastle, but I can't exactly complain. The amount of chances I've had, they should have scored at some point. VAR is checking a handball, and judging by the fact that VAR's even looked at this, probably means that there was a handball at some point. They don't even get a goal. Come on. I'll be going home with one of them, like. Back here again on Saturday, and that's the big one, Bournemouth. Huge that one on Saturday. Full time, history has repeated itself at St James's Park as Newcastle has won 3-0 again against Wolves in what was not an amazing performance, but there are a lot of standout performers there in key areas. The first one being Martin to Braga. Now, if you were to give him any criticism perhaps since he's came in for Nick Pope, it's just that he's not had any games, so he's had an awful amount to do. But today was different. To Braga, take a bow to him. What a save he made in that second half, and he's worked his absolute backside off to get himself and the defence as well a clean sheet today. Because Wolves, despite them collectively as a squad, I still think they're a bad squad, but they had a lot of chances in the final third, and it was just wasteful. They weren't clinical at all, and they just played like a team that had no confidence, and they played like a team that had no belief. The players never believed that they were going to score today in the Wolves' point of view, and that was why they had so many off-target opportunities. But when De Braga was tested, he turned up, and what a save that was in the second half. I mean, one of the saves of the season. Martin De Braga has done a lot today to get himself that clean sheet, and fair play to him because, again, he was superb. Now, Alexander Isak, is he the world's best striker at the minute? Now, I never like to answer that question because I feel like it's Newcastle fans who might come across as a bit deluded, but I have to be honest, I think he probably is at the minute. You've got to look at the goals he's got. That's 8 games in a row now he's scored in the Premier League. He has actually got a legitimate chance at chasing down Jamie Vardy's record. When you remember Bournemouth, Southampton, Fulham and Manchester City, those are the games he has to score in to actually break the record of Jamie Vardy. And the way he's playing, I think he's on for it. I think he could potentially do it. If he was to get past the Bournemouth game, score 9 times in a row, I think he's got a real opportunity of doing that. And again, you look at the way he played today, either 1 or 2 goals, I'm not sure. The first one went down as an own goal, but regardless, the second one was definitely a Isak score and the assist to cap out what was just a ruthless performance against him. And Newcastle, the way we played the ball around, but we are such a good team to watch. Tonali is such an aesthetically pleasing player to watch with the way he is, the way he moves the ball around. And again, since he's went in as that 6 and Bruno's been more expressive in it as an 8, our midfield is exceptional. I think we probably have the best midfield in the league at the minute. You just got to look at the way we play. We are so good when we move the ball around, and we are so good in front of goal. And Newcastle, as a squad, we're just that good at the minute. So for us, for what we've had to do against Bournemouth, that's the key game now, Bournemouth, because that's a team that's just below us on the league table. If we get past Bournemouth, I think we're 7 or 8 points clear of them, and that's a team that's going to be 7 for 8 if they lose to Newcastle. So that's a real gap between the top 6 and anyone below that. So for Newcastle,
hey man, come on!
Yeah, come on. So Newcastle need to beat Bournemouth. We need to make sure we get the job done. But for today, again, how many times I said this season, Newcastle are clinical in front of goal. We've been able to break down what was, again, just a low block, negative team to watch. So well done, Newcastle, superb. Of course, bud. Good. A bit on the topic towards Wolves, I felt bad for them today. I felt bad for their fans. I felt bad for them as a football club. They were so negative. Just everything about Wolves today was negative in their point of view. I mean, they had less than 1,000 fans turn up, which just summed up how they feel about the football club at the minute. And the way Wolves played, I mentioned it before, those attacking players with no belief in front of goal, but they were low blocking, they were just sitting deep, and they were just allowing Newcastle to come at them. And I can understand from them, they must know that St James's Park is one of the hardest stadiums to play at, and deep down they knew that they just had to try and frustrate Newcastle. But everything about them was just so negative. They don't play at all like a Premier League team, in my opinion. They don't play like a team that wants to be in the Premier League. They don't play like they have Premier League players, even though when you look on paper, they've got a lot of strong areas, but the way they play is so negative. It reminds me quite a lot of the Mike Ashley Newcastle days. It's ironic actually, because our final game under Mike Ashley was Wolves away, and we were so negative, and we played exactly like Wolves played today. We played like that down at the Molineux, and it was just so depressing. So to see that happen to our set of fans coming to St James's Park, it gives me a lot of memories of Mike Ashley, and I do feel for them. But I had to say, for me, they're not a Premier League team. I don't rate them at all. I don't think they deserve to be in the league. They had to get the results in, and Wolves haven't done that this season. And the way they play there, for me, they're not a Premier League team at all. No way playing like that. I didn't like the way they played at all. A lot of teams have done it, to be fair, but I will call it out when I say it, because I don't think Premier League matches should be like that. Yeah, it is what it is, but I feel like in a Wolves point of view, it's bad time to be supporting them. It really is. But Newcastle did their job. We did what we needed to. Again, we were superb. But against Bournemouth, we had to get the big result there. Bournemouth's the one. We get past Bournemouth, we are a serious team if we beat them. That's one of Eddie Howe's bogey teams. It's a team that, I think when you mentioned Bournemouth, you almost assume at the top of your head, oh no, it's going to be an easy win. But Bournemouth, again, their team, a lot of people write off, and the way they've been this season, if it wasn't for Nottingham Forest, they're one of the standout teams this season. But the fact that Nottingham Forest has just been that good, nobody's talking about Bournemouth. But Bournemouth are 7th or 6th. They're all well and truly in there, and if they are able to continue getting results together, they could potentially get European football. But we need to kill them off. We need to do it now. Newcastle need to slow them off. Newcastle need to just get our gap open and make sure that the likes of Bournemouth aren't going to catch up. But we do that on Saturday, we are looking very good. That's a big game. It'll be a lot harder than what people suggest. But tonight, again, just phenomenal from Newcastle. Really good.